Three, two, one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Desync podcast. It's me and Mike this week, and it's been kind of a crazy week for both of us for a couple of different reasons. Crazy week in Twitch, crazy week in gaming, in other platforms, a lot of drama. But just like what's going on in Mike's life, dude, if you guys didn't see Mike this week, he was like literally dressed head to toe in like the craziest outfit.
So I would raise some money. Just like I'll start from the beginning. One day I'm playing. I think I was playing the Expanse game, and the American Heart Association with like the partner check mark is in the channel talking, and I'm like, what? That's so weird. And I was like, hello, and he like the dude was just hanging out, being just a cool dude watching the stream, and then later DMs me and is like, hey, like I really enjoyed the stream. Let me know if you ever want to, raise money for charity or if you want any details on this thing we're doing. So I think yesterday or today, unfortunately, was like I had to end stream a little bit early today, but was like National Heart something day. And that was like their whole thing was this kind of, it's like a big month for them. And I was like, he seemed really cool. And I was like, sure, I'll raise money for charity. I have only raised money for charity once on stream. And many of you guys know my wife has bipolar disorder. I raised money for that one time, but I find it very awkward to raise money on stream. And this time it was less awkward. I had a lot of fun with it. So
Yo, that's awesome.
I was looking. Yeah, basically what one of the things I wanted to do was just go, all right, $50 raised. I wanted to do the Hot Ones challenge, and I was like, all right, $50 raised. I'll do the first wing.
No, dude.
$100. I'll do the next one, and so on and so on and so on. But it got delayed in shipping. It came today, but I started fundraising a couple days ago. So instead, I was like, all right, when we hit, I think it was $750 raised, I'll do the whole thing tomorrow. So I'm doing the whole thing tomorrow.
Oh my god, bro! After what happened to the other guy?
Yeah,
or is it the same one? Is it the same one? It's the chip.
No, so that was the one chip.
Oh my god, bro! You're scaring me.
This is the whole.
Guys,
like,
oh shit! You have the whole thing right there.
Yeah. So
ladies and gentlemen, I'm raising money for the American Heart Association. Let me just eat these chips. Oh, there goes my heart. Don't eat right now if you're watching online.
And just have a heart attack. Yeah, no problem. It's going to be great. I'm so scared. I'm so fucking scared, dude.
Do you like spicy stuff? Is that like a...
I do, but I like spicy, but I will like nose run, get the sweats, like all of it from like mildly spicy stuff.
Oh god.
So I'm going to suffer. But like we had all sorts of like fun challenges. One of them was when I was looking for the Hot Ones, we went to Target because we thought it was there and it wasn't. But then I come across Halloween costumes because we're coming up to October. And I've been made fun of for a very long time. Let me know. I'm curious. Do you put ketchup on eggs? I stream very early in the morning to all these Europeans, and they all are very particular about everything and make fun of everything us Americans do. I put ketchup on eggs. I make scrambled eggs. I like ketchup on my eggs.
What?
I also like hot sauce on eggs.
I love hot sauce on eggs.
But I prefer ketchup on eggs.
I like a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, listen, bro. I think we've got it. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
Okay, so do I. We've got to shelf that for a little while, though, because we got to talk about this ketchup on eggs thing. Because I've heard some weird combos. I wore a ketchup
outfit, like long story short.
Okay.
So I found a ketchup Halloween costume because they're always making fun of me. But let's get more into it. Ketchup on eggs is not like a crazy thing.
Well, I guess like I do salsa. I love salsa on eggs. But it's like for some reason, I don't know. It's just like the paste, the texture. I'm a texture guy. I don't know. It's like I need crispy with my like sauce, right? So like a fry, like an egg's not crispy to me. Maybe if you fry it, like really, but it's like scramble I'm typically scrambling. I don't know about you.
Well, how do you scramble your eggs? Do you scramble your eggs like Gordon Ramsay, or do you scramble your eggs like? Do you get a little brown on it?
Like
I try not to get a little brown.
They're light.
My scrambled eggs are not I cook them.
I slow
they're
cook
not, like,
them.
super light.
Little milk, little butter, salt, pepper, the whole 9
Sure.
yards. And then it's like, but yeah, they're not like fluffy masterpieces because I don't have time for that. But
because like the Gordon Ramsay egg is like runny. His scrambled
No.
eggs are like kind of wet.
No.
I don't like
No.
that. Okay, cool.
Mine's like soft but not wet, if that makes sense.
Same, same.
Which
exactly. That sounded
anyway,
weird.
Moving on.
Yeah.
No, that's not the weirdest thing that I've heard, but I don't know, man. Because I guess I like ketchup on burgers, so I don't know how much different it is than that. But
have you ever had ketchup on eggs?
No, but like it sounds
Can't really
gross.
knock it then.
But also like another thing that people are like, oh, why haven't you ever tried this? Is peanut butter on a burger. Have you heard this? But
What
you do
the
cheese,
fuck?
dude. That sounds as weird to me as ketchup on eggs.
Insane.
Yeah, but
Wait, but have you done peanut butter on a burger?
no, exactly.
Okay.
So I can't judge it. Now, here's the deal. I could imagine this bun that's like nice, like crisped up, maybe some butter on it, whatever. And then you have the burger. You have peanut butter and jelly, maybe some bacon. I could get down with that.
Maybe.
Almost sounds like sort of like a, I don't know, like sweet and savory sandwich, but cheese just feels like it's a very off-putting flavor. Like I think I'd rather have jelly than peanut butter. I don't know.
Sure. I've had a pork burger that had blueberry jelly on it, and it was really good.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, maybe I'm getting like too far off context here because, like, to be honest, a lot of these flavor profiles are like literally pretty similar to eggs and ketchup, but it's just not the crispy. I just need the crispy. I think. Like I'm a texture guy,
like
big texture guy.
It's just like a tang. Like here's the other thing is, I don't really like the taste of eggs. So I like eggs for what they are, like high in protein, good breakfast, that kind of thing. But I'm not really into the flavor as much. I'm not like dying to eat eggs, every day or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I eat them for for the benefits of what they're good for. Quick, easy, good breakfast, whatever, right? So then I'm putting ketchup on it to make it more palatable for me.
Yeah. I guess I understand that. But now, would you put ketchup on like a boiled egg?
No.
What's the difference though?
I don't like boiled eggs.
Okay. I love boiled eggs.
Do you know what I've put on boiled eggs that made it bearable for me? But it's a texture thing for boiled eggs for me. I do not like the yolk in a boiled egg. Like it's like chalky. I don't like that. But I've put oil and vinegar, salt, pepper, and it's good.
Yeah, that sounds good. No, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if I can get down with the ketchup on eggs, but hey, listen, I always say this. I think the best people to live with, like the best roommate you could get, or even best partner, right, is maybe that's a little different, but it's like imagine you're like living with maybe we're living together, and let's say you despise pineapple on pizza, right?
Sure.
And I'm like ordering a pizza, I get pineapple on it. I'm like, hey, bro, you want some pizza? And you're like, no, it's got pineapple on it. No. More pizza for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation. True. So I always say...
What's your ideal pizza?
We're really going down a rabbit hole here. Ideal pizza? Okay, so I actually just got pizza tonight because...
what's your go-to order?
So Star Citizen today, I did like a lot of racing, so I'm like super sore. Like it sounds funny, but I'm super sore because I'm like moving my sticks around and like my pedals around super like hard for
I know the
7
tracks.
hours. Yeah, Yadar Valley.
Do some really intense movements
if
because
you guys,
they are some tight turns and it's crazy.
It's an extremely technical track, and I did it for 7 hours straight. We got down to a 52 seconds and a half, 52.5, and world record is like a second faster than that. And so that chip,
I think my best
chip,
what chip are you using?
the Fury LX.
Okay, that's what I was using, and the best I've done so far. But I haven't watched any guides or anything. I don't know if you've like watched Splen or these other guys that are like really
Once
really good.
I got like familiar with the track, I did.
Yeah, that's my next step. Like my best is like 1 minute and 8 seconds. Like Berks is literally 20 seconds ahead of me right now.
Dude, it's tough. It's a really technical track.
That's how technical it is.
It's really tough. So anyways, my whole body's sore. And so I told my chat, I was like, I'm not ending the stream till I get under a 53. And if I do, I'm ordering myself pizza from I think one of the best pizza places where I live, which is Austin, called Home Slice. And so what I get from there is I get a white pizza with, it's got garlic on it. It's got spinach. And it's got sausage on it. I would get chicken, but they don't serve chicken there at all.
What's the sauce on your white pizza? Because there's
like an Alfredo,
sauces.
I think. Some sort of Alfredo.
That's
I'm
don't not as big of a fan of those, but
it doesn't taste like Alfredo. It's just more of like, you know what it tastes like? It really, you can't even taste the Alfredo, the white pie.
Whatever white sauce it is.
I don't know what other one it would be, but literally it just tastes like garlic and mozzarella. Mm-hmm. That's literally the taste I get out of it. And I think it's delicious. But that's like my go-to order from there. I think that if I'm like ordering a pizza from a random place, I don't know if it's good or not. I'm going pepperoni, bacon, and pineapple. If I don't know, if I've never ordered anything at that place before and they're like, you got to make an order. Pepperoni, bacon, pineapple.
You want to know mine?
Yeah, tell me.
It's kind of, I've like, people have been like gasp when I've said it. First off,
don't say broccoli.
Well, the only thing I would switch with your white pizza is, I love spinach, but I would switch broccoli for spinach.
Oh my God.
Do you not like broccoli? I love broccoli.
I love broccoli, but on a pizza, it just feels weird to me. I don't know.
It must be a texture thing.
I like broccoli though. I like broccoli.
Okay,
it's just like, I think like the flavors that I talked about really complement each other, and the broccoli is just like, boom, there. You taste all of it. Like, it's really hard not to taste you know what I mean?
It's weird, because broccoli goes really well with garlic and olive oil.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try next time for you, Mike. I'll try next time, but tell me.
I appreciate it.
Tell me.
Okay. First, well, that's why, like, when you said white pizza, I was like, okay, interesting, because the first thing is barbecue sauce for sauce.
Dude, barbecue is really good.
God tier. Okay. Cheese, obviously. Then we're going Italian sausage.
Okay.
Bacon.
Okay. That sounds really
Black
good.
olive.
Oh.
Pineapple.
Okay.
And jalapenos.
Okay. I can't.
And then dipping it in the garlic sauce, Papa John's.
That's really good. I love a good homemade ranch from places. Like I'm not a
ranch fan.
I'm a big ranch fan, but it can't be store-bought.
The second sauce in this shit is ranch. It's like a ranch
Send it to me, bro. I'm eating it. 100%.
I gotta eat it. What's it called? It's called Shaquanda's Banji Ranch. What the fuck? A hot sauce made out of ranch? Like, okay, when I eat hot wings, I do eat it with ranch, but I don't put ranch on anything else. It's just to cool it off a little bit, or a little creaminess to your vinegary spice.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. I've never been a ranch fan.
I'm with you.
I don't put ranch on salad or anything. I'm olive oil vinegar kind of guy.
Yeah. I actually love balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
And on salads or whatever. But I'll tell you what, dude. For the longest time, I was a no ranch guy, for whatever reason. But store-bought ranch and homemade pizza shop ranch, in my opinion, leagues different. Different. But dude, I'm glad you said barbecue sauce. I've been making a lot of pizza at home. I have perfected the protein pizza. Protein pizza. Okay, so here's what you do. It's a cup and a half of any kind of flour, and then you do just over a cup. It's not quite a cup and a quarter, just over a cup of Greek yogurt. And then you do garlic salt, or maybe just garlic. And then you do
the dough?
Yes, this is the dough.
Okay.
And then you do like a little bit of oregano and mix it together, knead it, makes a really nice dough, flatten it out as thin as you can go, basically.
So you like thin pizza? Yes,
I do. But almost as thin as you can go is what I was going to say. And then preheat the stone or the pan, whatever, 425.
You got a pizza
get it cooking. No, but I want to get one because like I'm getting into pizza making. Dude, I want one bad.
But we don't use it. We don't use it. We haven't made our own pizza in a really long time. Maybe that's something we should do.
Dude, it's so good too because it's like guilt-free pizza because like the amount of protein in it and the protein and carbs. There's more protein.
Good macros.
Yeah. There's more protein in it than there is carbs. But so then you do half mozzarella, half reduced fat mozzarella. Okay, you can't even tell the difference. Can't even tell the difference. I'm telling you. I mean, you could do full mozzarella if that's really a deal breaker. It's really the dough that helps it out. But you do barbecue sauce is what I was going to say. Then you do the cheese. Mm-hmm. Then you do onions and shredded chicken. Bro.
What kind of onions?
Red.
Because they're out. I'm out.
I can't do black olives.
That's fine. Like for the thing about, but black olives, are you not eating the thing if a black olive is near it? Because red onions are you could pick it off. You can't pick off red onion and not taste it. They're pungent. Right?
I love them though, so it's not a problem for me. But
I don't.
You know what I have the same problem with? Cilantro. Do you like cilantro?
I don't have the
I have the thing. I don't have
the thing.
If you guys don't know,
I don't love it or whatever, but it's I do not taste the soap taste.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, there's like this weird fact with cilantro that if you eat it and you have like some sort of like gene or something, then like X amount of the population, it might be like 40% or 50% or
it's a
30,
big percentage,
I don't know.
I think.
It's big. You taste cilantro as like this soapy flavor, and that's what I get. I really wish that I didn't, because everyone's always like, oh, I love cilantro. It's so good on like, different kind of like tacos or whatever. And I always have to tell them like, please, no cilantro, no cilantro.
It's 4 to 14%. Okay, so it's not huge.
Oh, so it's not that many.
And this is on marthastewart.com, so you know it's true.
That's must be factual. Can you look up who wrote that? Was it Abraham Lincoln maybe?
Probably. I mean, didn't she go to jail for lying? Can we believe this?
Did she?
She went to jail for insider trading.
Oh.
Yeah.
Martha,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Very bad girl.
Letting Batman's mom down.
Yeah, but then she became gangster as fuck and hangs out with like Snoop Dogg and shit now.
That's true. I mean, hey, listen, after you do hard time,
it gave her street cred.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess this all to say is you're doing, or we got in this entire conversation because you're doing the charity thing. And are you done with the charity thing?
No. So I don't know when I started. I think it was Wednesday I started. And like there were all sorts of goals. So I started out with like giving away a few star citizenships. And then I have a goal that I also have to do that happened today that I had to bail on stream real quick. But the one of the, so let me go through the list real quick. I'll bring it up.
Pull it up.
I'll bring up my Tiltify because I have a bad memory, so trying to remember.
Yeah, and if you guys happen to feel so inclined, I
can give you the link if you want.
I'll put the link in the bio. So or in the description. I always say bio because it's just like force of habit. When back in the old Instagram days, you'd be like link in bio, but we'll put it in the description if you guys are interested in that.
So the first like interesting one that just wasn't a giveaway was the ketchup costume. And I made sure that I said it's my favorite vegetable or it's my favorite food group is ketchup, and obviously triggering people because they just went insane. Because I had 2 React videos in that outfit, and I made sure I said that, and the comments were just like they were so taking it way too seriously. And then what's really cool is the American Heart Association sent me these like little mystery boxes. So like when I raised $500, I opened them. I don't know what's in it. So you open the mystery box, and it was like one of those things that you pop and like confetti comes out. That was the first one.
Oh, cool.
So that was at $500. But I also added, I'll open the mystery box, but I'll also take an IQ test on stream. So that was fun because I'm an idiot.
What'd you get?
And I was average, 114. I was the average American. I'm well above the Florida average, which is 98. So
let's go.
Yes.
I feel like those IQ tests are like a little bit skewed towards gamers.
Of course.
Because, I feel like they're skewed towards gamers.
Speed.
Right, exactly.
As well.
No, totally. Because like we do reactionary stuff all the time, like puzzle solving and stuff. So I feel like someone who had maybe a high IQ, but
Berks, you're a good gamer. I'm bad.
I wouldn't say I'm good. I don't know, man. I don't know.
52 on.
That's true, dude.
I'm
I'm a
108.
good gamer in what? A scam of a video game? I'm just saying.
True.
Who cares, right?
It doesn't mean anything.
But yeah, dude, that's cool. I have done charity before. It's hard for me sometimes to get, I guess, involved in that kind of stuff because holidays come around. I know you've seen the same thing, and you probably have already gotten offers from, probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people, who are trying to get you to raise money for their charity for the holidays. Or like coming up.
Oh, really? No.
Really? You don't get a lot of those?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, all the time. It's like I get like I won't name names, but all the time people are reaching out. Hey, Berks, are you interested in raising money for this? Are you interested in raising money for that? And then it's hard, right? Because it's like it's not like I can just like throw every person who wants me to raise money at them in front of my audience and be like, guys, please give money to them. I got to be selective.
Yep.
Right. And so I do want to do something this year for sure, but I think it's going to be something that like I choose and not something that they like. Not that this is maybe sounding like they're like reaching out to me with like money or offers. That's not the case, by the way. It's not the case.
And that can be the case
sometimes.
So, yeah. So there's plenty of charities that will actually pay you to do charity work, and that's been like a common thing over the years, and actually like a lot of drama around that in recent years about people being paid to do charity stuff, which is really weird.
It is weird.
Being open, mine is not paid at all. This guy reached out and he was like, you could do this if you want. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. But I agree. And one of the things that, I mean, maybe we can get into this now is, when you stream, you're also kind of a charity case, right? So it's like this weird, like, I mean, honestly, what is streaming? Like, it's been described as, I forgot the name of it, but it's basically like a beggar on the street, right? You're sitting out there like any subs, right? Like sometimes it like feels that way.
If you're watching online right now, call the number at the bottom of the screen. You can help a streamer for the small price.
Exactly. Like sometimes it feels that way. And so you can't do charity stuff all the time. Like right now I'm at $1,600 raised, right?
Yeah.
And I think, how do I say this not sounding like an asshole? Because this isn't really how I look at it. But it's that's money that people could have donated
given to you. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah.
Yes.
I think this has been debunked. I know it like feels that way, and like I thought that for a while too. It's like, oh, if I raise money. No. Yeah, but it's like if anyone out there is like thinking like, oh, you don't want to take, a charity case because, that's money that potentially you could get, right?
Yeah.
Apparently that's just not true, right? It's like,
no, of course not. I've never gotten $600 or $1,600 in tips in a month.
Yeah.
Or in a day. Yeah, of course. I mean, actually in a day I have, but it was just like one random guy who gave.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah, he gave.
Come
I made $2,000. One guy gave me a $2,000. I got a $2,000 donation like many years ago.
That's cool.
One guy just went crazy. Yeah, but I was waiting for the chargeback for months. I just left it there, and it never happened.
Dude. That's super scary.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The one thing I was gonna say, because I realized like how I framed that was really, really poor. What you don't want to do is turn your audience into and your stream into
a wallet.
Exactly. Whether it's pushing it one place or pushing it to yourself or whatever. Like I never think that's a good idea. I've recently really suffered with sponsorship stuff. Is like nobody was engaging with anything. And I'm like, well, I wonder why that is. Am I doing fucking 3 sponsors a month? Yep. And I remember when I started getting them, a mutual friend of ours messaged me and was like, don't be like this streamer that I used to really watch a lot, because now I felt like every time I watched this stream, it was a sponsored thing. And I like didn't want to engage with it anymore. And then I found myself getting into that a little bit. And then this entire month I took one sponsor. I'm actually like not on purpose wearing the shirt. I did like a Manscaped sponsor and that was it. And that
Link in description, by the way. No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
No, that's well, that's not over. That's like a reoccurring thing for months and months and months, which is really, really cool. But that's like the only one I'm gonna do. And one other one. And those are the only two things. And I don't want to do any more because I don't want to turn my stream into this fundraising thing. And I guess
Yeah.
that goes along the lines with doing generally fundraising.
Yeah.
Is you just want your stream to be fun. You want your stream to be about you and your audience, and that's it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so I don't know. I kind of interrupted you, and I'm not sure if I took us
No.
off
I
the
totally
topic or
agree with
whatever.
you, dude. And it's like sometimes, so for example, I did my streamathon and I, went for 9 days.
Yeah.
And everyone kept on asking me like, yo, what charity is this for? And I'm like, my bank
Me.
account. It's
Yeah.
like, because at the end of the day, I'm extremely thankful to the people who support every month. But the truth of the matter is like, it's the people who donate financially that make it possible for me to do this, because as much as I love streaming and I think it's my dream career, I want to keep doing it. But the thing is like, if we get to a month and it's like, hey, Berks, it's kind of looking like you're not going to be able to pay your mortgage this month. Well, I got to go do something else, right? Because not that I'm anywhere on the horizon or I'm like, running low on funds or anything like that, because that's not the case. But the truth of the matter is that I can only continue to do this full time as long as the monetary support is there. And so it's kind of scary a little bit saying like continuing either with a sponsorship or with a charity or with, maybe someone reaches out to you with a GoFundMe and putting that in front of your audience and being like, hey guys, I know that I'm already in incredible debt to you for supporting me, but can you also give money to this other thing, right?
Yeah.
Can you also engage with this sponsor or click this link and donate to this person because X, Y, or Z? Sometimes that's a little bit scary. Coming from, it's like you feel a lot of responsibility for your community, you know?
Absolutely. And like you said a thing that I always cringe when I hear it, but you said it in a way that's not cringe at all. You said it in the right way. Like, I can only continue to do this full time if you continue to support. But people, like, you know what? Sometimes, like, at the end of a YouTube video, you hear like their Patreon ad, basically.
Yeah.
Which is like, I can't do these videos without you supporting my Patreon. And it's like, no, dude, you can do the videos, but it's I'm able to do them at the level that I'm able to do them at. I'm able to dedicate the time that I can to these things because of your support. But
Yeah.
they always frame it in the way of like, I can't do this without your financial support. And it's like, you can do it for free. We all did it for free at the beginning, right? But you can only do it full time, and you can only dedicate this time to it, and the production value or whatever with people's financial support, right? It's like, you got to go into streaming or making YouTube videos or whatever because you enjoy it. You can't do it,
Absolutely.
for the money.
Yeah.
It
And
might turn into a job, but yeah.
no, absolutely. And like, I'll continue doing it as a job as long as I can. And there might be a day where I can't do it anymore. And the deal is I'll still do it part-time. Why? Because I love my community.
Fun.
And
It's
it's fun,
fun.
and like, dude, Star Citizen or not, I will continue to be a streamer probably as long as I am able to, as long as I am able and capable, I will continue. Which it's so funny. I actually had a conversation with my stream this week about this because I'm like, man, I want to continue to play Star Citizen. I am having a lot of fun with it right now, but I'm like thinking, like, what else could I be doing? Like, we got the Desync podcast. I love doing this. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm thinking, like, how else can I pivot? What else can I do to like expand my audience and like grow our community and potentially, I guess like divide my eggs among many baskets and try to make revenue other places besides Twitch. And then on Twitch, I can relax more, right? We can do like more fun stuff and more goofy stuff. Like today, man, like I said, I spent the whole day racing. and it's like
that is bad content. Like
it's bad
typically,
content.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's something that you wouldn't do if you didn't feel like you could,
I
right?
equate me racing all
It's good
day.
content, but
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I
And I
mean.
was like having fun with Chad, and we were like making predictions if I'd be able to beat a record, and I was like,
Yep.
being goofy with it and stuff. But like for the most part, the PU is just infinitely better content. Bounty hunting or like piracy or doing a 0 to hero challenge or whatever. So much more fun to watch
But
overall.
like trying to break like a really difficult record is basically
Dude,
banging your head against the wall for
yes.
7 hours.
Yes.
Like that is not like you can make it entertaining,
Yeah.
but it is very hard to make it
Yes.
entertaining. That's what I mean by that.
And people would like dip out and they come back like an hour later and be like, hey, have you
Like,
broken
you
it
still
yet?
going?
You're still going? Have you broken it yet?
Yeah.
And it was so funny because literally I'd get 4 hours in and then I'd beat the record and then I go into the PU and I'm about to pick up a bounty, and then Taylor, the guy who I'm competing with to see who can get a lower time before the end of the week, he's like, oh, I just beat your record. And so I'm like, I got to go back in, boys. One more lap. Let's go. One more.
Yep.
Come on. Back to the drawing board. But it's like, it's fun to do that kind of stuff. And man, it was one of the more fun streams I've had in a long time, even though it wasn't like as like super active or whatever, just because like it was so, dude, when you would like round the corner of the last like gate and you saw your time, you look up at the time for a millisecond and you see, I'm in the winner contention zone. Like that is the time that I could cross the finish line. Just everything inside. It's like it's a better feeling than actually getting the time, I think. But
did you ever play racing games?
Dude, no. But it's like I love racing so much. I have a steering wheel, like a Logitech one. I have a Logitech one, and I just haven't got into it. I would maybe like to do some iRacing at some point, but I've done like IRL go-karts, like the fast ones.
I've
like
never
in
done
an
it. You've
indoor
done
thing.
it?
Yes, and dude, I
want to so bad.
I smoked everyone that was there. It was awesome. There was these two guys who were trying to be like really sweaty, and they were like kind of being assholes, like ramming people and stuff. And dude, I smoked them. It was such a good feeling. Like when you like early turn perfectly on a turn and you like scoot past them, you're just like, let's go. It's so much fun. Just racing is so fun. And it's
dude, I have huge Gran Turismo. Like I did the 24-hour races, and like Gran Turismo, the races are actually 24 hours, and you have to leave your PlayStation on and pause it. Like I left it on, paused it, went to school. My mom fucking turned the PlayStation off, and I was so pissed. I was like 15 hours in, and my mom turned the PlayStation off, and I've never forgiven her. For that. It still bothers me today,
dude.
But
no joke.
Yeah, like I love racing.
I used to go to this arcade down the street from me called Tornado Terry's, and it was like $10, $12 for the whole day, and they had all these racing games. And I remember this one where you could like drift. It was like a Fast and the Furious one, I think. And man, it was so much fun. That was one of my favorites. Hydro Thunder. I don't know if you ever played it. No? Oh my God. Any Hydro Thunder enjoyers in the comments?
But
Hydro Thunder. No, you haven't. It's the boat one.
No.
You found a secret. Choose your boat.
The only one that sticks out to me, I can't remember the name of it. It was like you were in a red car with a blonde girl. It was like California something.
It was you typed in like your number and it like remembered your preset. Yeah, that was a cool one.
That's the only one that sticks out to me.
That was a cool one, dude. Yeah, I love myself some racing games. That's so cool. And I gotta be honest, I like racing in Star Citizen too. I got a top. I think I'm either number 5 or number 6 with my current time. And that's.
Do you know what I don't like about it in Star Citizen? It's too like I know the new ship isn't very drifty, but the whole idea of like I don't know. It's like you're looking in one direction, flying in another. I don't
love
know.
that.
Something.
But you do that in drifting games. You know what I mean? Like racing games.
I don't like drifting.
So
I'm
love it.
I'm a huge Formula One fan.
Yeah.
So like Formula One cars are meant to like turn at 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So they are like glued to the track. So like the old days of racing in Star Citizen, there's a ship called the Origin M50. It was literally a Formula One car. You turned, it went where you wanted it to go. So it was like on rails, and it was just about turning at the right times and
Mm,
managing your like blacking out and stuff like that. And I love that. And ever since that's gone away, I haven't enjoyed it as much. I'm
fair enough.
getting back into it, but the meta to do good, I don't find it as fun, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I was just like, it's always been my preference because the Fast and the Furious game I was talking about was literally a
Yeah.
drifting game. It was
Yeah.
literally, or maybe there was a drifting mode or something, but I remember
Mhm.
I'd always pick like the Porsche. I don't remember which one. It was probably the 911, but
Mhm.
there were so many different like cool like maps in that, and I remember like beating the record one time as like this 12-year-old kid, and I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I loved it. But yeah, I love and I don't even have track IR or like what's it called, Toby or anything, right? And
So how are
it's,
you looking in a different direction?
I'm just memorizing the
Oh,
turns.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm not looking in a different direction. I'm just like literally blindly going around the turn based on like
Yeah, I've just
yeah.
seen a couple videos of like the world record holder guy, and I'm just like, I don't even like the way this looks.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it was hard for me to get into it, but I'm trying. Like I on my own time off stream was like, going for it and
Can't play Gun
yeah,
Rush.
yeah, I can't play Gun Rush right now, so yeah, might as well.
Oh
I get
man.
it, but that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Do you wanna talk about some Twitch news?
Twitch
Some
news.
s-
Have you
some
guys
sub
how
split,
how are you doing, bro?
maybe.
Yeah. So
I'm killing it.
to catch you guys up, if you guys haven't seen sub split 70-30 split on Twitch, you need a 350 sub points. Tier 3 counts as 6, tier 2 counts as 2, tier 1 counts as 1. They recently updated that, but if you hit 350 combined points of those, tier 1, 2, and 3, non-gifted, non-prime, you get Partner Plus. You got to do it for 3 months, and then you're locked in for a whole year,
Mhm.
is how it works. So, pretty cool Twitch, I feel like. I feel like more people, I think a lot of people are going to hit it now because of that new change.
Yeah, I still see people complaining though.
I don't know
Like
why,
I
honestly.
sent you a tweet of somebody that I was like surprised because they have a lot of viewers and they showed their numbers and they were
Mm.
significantly below mine and yours. And it's just like,
Dude, I wonder if
what
people
are you?
are just expecting to hit it without asking, like their community.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm
It's like
wondering. I'm
you
not
got to look in the
accusing.
mirror.
Yeah.
You got to look in the mirror. Why? Like every time you have an issue with your stream,
Because this person is
and
not that far off. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not
no,
gonna
they're
not
right
gonna name
there.
names, but
Yeah, they're
um
right there, but it sounds like I was right there in July and I didn't push it because I didn't know that they were going to do this thing where, tier 2 subs were worth 2 points and tier
yeah.
3 subs were worth 6. If we knew that, I was fucking 12 points away, I would have been fine. Um, but so I didn't get it in July, I hit it in August. This month I'm absolutely crushing it. I'm at 531 points. Like yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are
You've
going
got
to
to get it
be
next
over
week or next month.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, because it's all about the way you frame it, and we've talked about it on stream, and I'm not very good about being like, "Hello, me streamer here."
If you're watching,
Uh,
call the number at the
yeah. So I'm not good at that, and that's actually like going back to the charity thing a little bit. Why I'm reluctant to do charity stuff and even sponsored streams. I'm not a good salesman, right? Like I like coming on stream, I like goofing off, I like having a good time, I like making jokes. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I just like trolling people and making fun of people and like making fun
Yeah.
of my friends, like people who can take it or whatever, right? But I that's it. So when it comes down to like here's this product or I'm the product and please pay for my product thing, it's always been very difficult. But just talking about, hey, uh there's this opportunity for you guys to give me a raise and to make this a so much
40%.
more of a yeah, exactly. And for me it was like going all the way back to like doing too many sponsors. It was like, if I do this, I don't even have to think about taking sponsors anymore. Like, I got a message for a sponsor that looked very iffy. Like, it is a super easy thing to do. and I'm 99.9% sure I'm going to say no. It's something you probably got too, so I'll talk to you about it
Yeah.
off camera. But it seemed like super iffy because it was asking your audience. It was like no sweat off their back, super easy thing to do, but looks a little weird. Like information gathering weird, right?
I don't think I did get
Yeah.
the same thing, but yeah, tell me.
It's for a
me
survey.
after.
It's like getting your audience to do survey. So it's like, so I'm just like,
Weird.
what's going on here? And like, I'm getting paid for my audience doing surveys, weird stuff. So, like, I can easily say no to that if I'm getting a raise, right? So it just makes it super, super simple. And that's basically what I said. Is like, I don't have to do a mobile game sponsorship or feel like I have to do a mobile game sponsorship because I didn't have to before. But I felt like I should because I'm full-time content creator now and I should make as much money as possible while making content as long as I have an audience. Because we talked about, what it might be like when we don't, right? And like part of me thinks that I should make every dollar possible, but who are you making that dollar off of, right? And it was very simple to explain to them. Like one of the things that I said was like, hey, if you were thinking about gifting 5 subs, yes, that's really awesome to do, and like spreading out amongst the community is really great. But if you just tier 3 subbed and it's same cost instead of gifting 5 subs, every gift sub from this point forward goes 10 times further. Like everybody, when they support a creator, wants to have their dollar like make the most out of it. So that's just how I framed it. It was like, if you do this for the next couple months,
Everyone wins.
your dollars,
the only person
your
who
dollar
loses
goes so much further.
is Twitch. Twitch is the only people who lose. And
Yeah.
you know what I will say though is good on Twitch. Again, I don't get the hate around it, but good on Twitch. This is the first time since I've been a streamer.
NEW.
This is the first time since I've been a streamer, 5 years, as of October 6th, that I have ever seen Twitch promote buying or like buying tier 1 subs aside from September. And a lot of Septembers have been really weird, really, really weird. Some of them have not been, hey, this year's good. You get a discount. They're giving out discounts for like long-term subs, resubs, whatever. There was a year where they only gave away September to was like fresh subs, and if you like canceled your sub and re-upped it, it didn't count. So you had to like fresh sub for the very first time, and then it was only like a little bit off. It wasn't even 25%. And like gifted subs weren't included. Gifted subs did not get off 25% in September. So there have been some really weird ones. But this year I feel like is good. And aside from the September though, this is the only time I've ever seen them, I guess, promote a reason for people to sub more. And I mean, I definitely I feel like I've gotten people who are like fresh subs a part of it. So
many for me.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of tier 3s, like way more than I would have ever expected. But I also I'm almost at 350 tier 1s. So like people that normally wouldn't are like, okay, well my $5 is going to pay him for a year. Right?
Yeah.
Like if I can spend $5 now and it's paying this guy for a year. I'm enjoying his content, whatever. It's just $5. Who cares? And they seem to be like engaging with that. I'm curious what our sub numbers are going to be like a couple months from now. It won't matter, right? Because you're getting a raise anyway. But the overwhelming support's been like kind of surprising to me. And again, I'm not comfortable with talking about that stuff or asking for it. But I feel like I got comfortable with it this time around, and so
I think you should.
It's been an interesting ride.
I think the people who care are going to listen, and if someone doesn't want to sub and they truly can't sub, that's totally fine, by the way. I'd never say someone has to sub.
No.
It's completely optional, but it's like the people who genuinely can't sub. I have a guy in my chat. His name is Ruval, and dude's in there every day. Super cool guy. Has never subbed to me. And
who cares?
He got a gifted sub today, was super thankful. But it's like, who cares? Like like people in my chat stand out for being cool, not for subbing. You don't get points from me from subbing. Like, I know that you care and I appreciate that, but like at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to treat you like one of the regulars, whether you're a sub or not. You know,
Yeah.
I'm definitely thankful for the financial support, but at the end of the day, it's like you're just one of the boys. You know,
Streaming's got to be fun, and that's
streaming's
part of it.
So, speaking of streaming being fun, and I guess like what we've been seeing like as W's from Twitch, we can talk about a little bit the other side. So it's been a couple months now since Kick has really like taken off, quote unquote, and we're seeing a lot of backlash currently surrounded by Kick, and advertisers straight up saying they will not like support people who are on Kick for like reasons because they're like have a very edgy community and such, right?
Not even just advertisers. Like I talked to Berks about this before the podcast. I saw a tweet from one of the community managers for Starfield straight up saying we didn't reach out to any Kick creators for the reasons that we're going to talk about now of what happened this last week. It's
crazy, right?
It's understandable too.
Yeah, totally understandable. And like, here's my thought process on it. While though I think that some of the people who are involved in the situation are complete assholes, and I don't like them, and I'm not like a fan of their kind of content and like hating on people and bullying people and whatever. If they want to make a website where people can be like an echo chamber and like they can do whatever they want and whatever, that's totally fine. Like I actually don't have an issue with that. It's not going to be on Twitch, right? Because Twitch won't allow it. But if Kick wants to be like the edgier, you know, Kick, the edgier Twitch, then it's whatever. That's totally fine with me. However, the consequences of those actions are not going to go unnoticed by advertisers and by people who don't want to be a part of the community because that stuff's happening. So basically what happened this week is there was a clip from Ice Poseidon's stream where he was like, essentially he had paid am I getting this right? You tell me. He had paid a sex worker to come over to his place. She didn't know she was being recorded. She didn't know she was on stream. And then she finds out.
She does though.
She does.
I think it was
okay. Well, I'm telling the first part of the story. I'm telling the first part of the story for context.
Okay, well, I thought you wanted me to correct you. Okay,
no, sorry. So she doesn't know she's on stream. She gets uncomfortable. She wants to leave. He doesn't let her leave. He's like preventing her from leaving, and then she eventually goes right after this very awkward standoff. Turns out that apparently it was a setup or is fake.
It's hard to say because it's all on Twitter, and I just like I'm breezing by it, and I'm like I don't care, but I did care enough to like at least follow it. So Ice Poseidon tweets. I think I still follow him from the old Twitch days.
See if you can find it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
But so obviously people don't have the context. They're thinking this is real, and they're outraging because this Kick streamer is holding this woman hostage, blah, 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 which obviously if this is like a real situation, then I could totally understand people being upset about this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the guy knows he's being filmed. Oh no, they're on the phone with the girl. They know they're being filmed. They ask the price, whatever. Like, oh, this is obviously super cringe. And then they invite her. Is it okay for filming? He points at the camera. And like, you know, he says you definitely can't hold the door. Like he's there. It's a whole thing. Ice has been this guy for years. He knows exactly what he's doing. Be outrageous, be ridiculous, piss people off, make people, you know,
he's probably
go,
loving this, right? Like he does the outrage content all the time.
He has for many, many years.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is he is a Pathfinder. There's things that he's like, he is one of the best streamers that has ever existed, while simultaneously being the worst all at the same time. You know, like your willingness to, he knew what good content was, but then always took it too far. Like didn't know where the line was and has always crossed it.
Dude,
you know,
crazy. And speaking of, a little side note is, speaking of that exact same thing, this is like what we talked about with the YouTube thing of like people doing the YouTube pranks in the malls and stuff. And they actually finalized one of those cases that happened this week. This guy was being harassed by a YouTuber. He's like phone in his face, guy saying like back up, you know, whatever. The guy wouldn't back up, and so he pulls out a gun and he shoots him.
Yeah.
And this guy's going to jail 2 to 10 years, apparently, is what he's looking at. 2 to 10 years. The guy who shot, not the YouTuber.
Yeah.
YouTuber is being completely let off. Personally, I think that shit is annoying as fuck. I don't know if I would shoot someone, of course.
Yeah,
like that's a little
I'm not
extreme.
shooting anybody over it.
Yeah, I'm not shooting someone, but I definitely think that's taking content too far, is invading people's personal space, continuing to pursue them after they've said, like, get out of my face.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little much for me personally. I think those kind of content creators are the worst, especially because they're copycatting people who are setting things up, like fake things, and then people think they're real and you know, whatever. But yeah, dude, it's all about like drawing lines and having sensible lines on like where content is too far and where it's not too far, you know. And then you have people like I hate even talking about him, but the Aiden Ross guy, right? Huge following, massive following, and he is reacting to people, like, I guess, reacting to the Ice Poseidon thing, and he says that those people should be hung on trees. If you think that what Ice Poseidon did was bad,
like the Kim Jong-un stream.
Oh,
did you
well,
see that?
I actually thought that was kind of. I thought that was kind of smart, honestly.
We all know it's going to be fake.
Well,
he apparently had the biggest drop off in viewership ever. Yeah, it already happened.
Oh, really?
He had the biggest, because they anticipated it. Everyone goes like, "Is it actually real?" And then the moment the guy comes on camera and everyone's like, "Oh, God damn it! I knew it was going to be fake." And then they all leave. He lost 372,000 viewers in like 30 seconds.
Really?
It was
Wow.
like, yeah, it was like a world record for losing
That's
view
so
count.
crazy. I actually thought that was kind of smart. I thought.
Of course.
Like,
yeah, but
I kind of liked that.
it's also cringe.
Yeah, no, it's a little cringe, but like also I thought it was interesting. You know, like that's smart content to me. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of like
Build up.
Yeah, build up. You're doing something goofy. You're doing something interesting. I don't have any problem with scripted content. Not that I do it, but like some of the best content that you've ever consumed in your life is scripted. So when people tell me like scripted, like it's a bad thing, it's so weird to me. Hey guys, spoiler alert. The Avengers did not actually defeat Thanos and save the universe. That didn't actually happen.
Were you there?
I was. Dude, I am Iron Man. And no, I'm just kidding. So it's like, I think that's interesting. I don't hate the guy, but I definitely think that he is riding the train of just taking things too far sometimes, you know? And I think that's where everyone on Kick lives. It's the take things too far platform, right? But
it's not. And like, that's the really sad thing.
But that's what it's become, right?
Yeah, but all the creators there are, for the most part, like, we could tie this sort of back into the 70-30 $350 sub or 350 sub split thing. Is, man, every fucking comment under the tweets where they've shared the new info of like, hey, you know, there's a dashboard for us now. It's going to be automated. I think we might have talked about it last week. Like, what are we going to do when we hit it? Do we email them? Like, what happens?
Yeah.
So now they've made it very clear that it's going to be automated. Here's your numbers. Like, it's very clear what's going on. And every message under that tweet is from a disgruntled content creator that hasn't made it and is blaming the platform, right? And where do those content creators go? So for me, Kick is that platform. That's where they all go because they blame the platform, and now I'm able to make more money. Kick is great. Team Green, whatever, right? That's part of it. But for the most part, like Twitch, everybody's there just having a good time, and you're hearing really loud people, and that's it. But the majority of people are just normal people streaming and having a decent time.
I agree with you, by the way. However, the people at the top are setting the precedence for the entire platform, right?
Yeah.
Because
and the
they
thing
make
is,
up
how are
the
you
majority
doing worse
of the
than
platform.
Twitch?
Yeah.
Like, Twitch is an embarrassing platform for all the things that they've done over all this time.
It's true.
And how are you, like, it's easy to not look worse than Twitch, and they're still managing to do it because of who they choose to build up, right?
Yeah.
Like, XQC was not a bad signing. Some of these other things are not great, right? Like, I think Ackman is over there, who's, you know, arguably one of the better, YouTubers I've been watching in recent years, and he's done great over there. There's some other people that are like genuinely like decent streamers, but for the most part, the people who are being platformed are the problem, right? And that's the choice of the platform you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I
most
don't know.
definitely. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Have you heard about the Kick incentive program where they're like paying
A
people?
little bit, but I don't know. I know it's like $12 an hour or something like that. But like you also have to maintain, and everyone was
Yeah.
like, $12 an hour, I make more than that at my job. And it's like, but yeah, if you're in that, there was also like a minimum number
Yeah,
of
you have
paid
to
subs or
you have to
something.
get like 50 paid subs. You have to stream for like 40 hours a week. You have to or it was like close to like that for a month, right? Like 160 hours a month or something. And
Okay,
then
that's
you had to be
awesome.
awake and you had to be interacting with your chat and creating content. You couldn't
Okay.
sleep on stream, you know?
Okay.
And that's all you had to do to get it. So I think that's interesting.
What
I
do
don't
you
know.
think about it?
I think it's interesting. I think it's also insane that they're trying to give streamers minimum wage. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
I think it's weird, but
Why? Let's
well,
dive into that because I think this is I think it's what we need a little bit. I think we need to shift away from you're a contractor and I'm just going to I will run the platform and you're going to do the rest of the work and I'm just going to take. It's I think it's good to be like you are like, because what it's saying is that you are an asset, that you are important enough for me to pay, even though that wage is, you know, not good, objectively not good. All the other incentives mean that you will make, I think, like $30 an hour,
hmm.
which is great. For a fucking Twitch streamer, are you kidding me? Like a good poker dealing
All right,
job, which
boys, I'll see you on Kick. We're starting up the
Yeah.
stream. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding.
like a good poker dealing job is $30 an hour.
Yeah.
And I think that requires a little more skill to get to the point where you're making $30 an hour
I don't
plus
know.
than it
Yeah.
does to get 50 subs on fucking Kick.
I mean, you've got a really
So.
good point. It's definitely something that I haven't thought about in that regard for sure. I guess like where my mind goes is, I don't know. Like
It's great thought. Is the execution gonna work?
well,
I don't know.
yeah, it's just, I guess I've always felt like as a streamer, I needed to earn my place for the money to be there. Right.
Yeah, but that never stops. You always have to keep earning.
No, for sure. But
you're
it's-
never treated with the like.
But I
thank
feel
you.
like that's what the Partner Plus is to me. You
Now
know?
it is.
Now
Yes.
it is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like that's their incentive but it's almost like I feel like I have no issue with working my way up to that goal. And a lot of people do. And I think that is in the most respectful way to anyone listening out there who might have less than 350 subs and you're shooting for it. I feel like it's small streamer syndrome a little bit. Because if I had less than 350 subs, I would be doing everything in my power to be making better content, to be making content that potentially encourage people to sub, like whether that's a subathon or whether that's challenges or whether that's whatever. Just doing something outside of what everyone else is doing in an interesting way to make it where people want to engage in my content. And I think that getting over that milestone is a really important mark for me as a creator. And so when people say that, it's like really sad that, I stream 40 hours a week and I still can't make full-time income doing this. Well, it's kind of a skill. It's a kind of a skill issue, or you haven't been doing it long enough. I've been doing this 5 years now. You've been doing it close to what, 7?
Nearly
10? Crazy, right? You have a couple 100-month subs. You're getting close, right?
102
month sub, dude. Crazy. That's wild.
Well, so what is that? Well, that's partnered. So I streamed for a year and a half before I was partnered. So
even longer,
102 plus what is that? 18. So I'm at 10 basically.
Yeah, 10.
Somewhere I'm
In 2
really
months.
close to there. But
Yeah.
dude, 350 subs is $875 a month at the 50/50 split. That's obviously not counting ad revenue, donations, whatever. Um, obviously that's 350 paid subs. You should realistically be making more than that. What are we doing here? What should your thought process be as a streamer? What
Mm.
are your goals? So the people that are complaining or the people that are upset, like you said, it's very small streamer energy, and I think that's what you're saying. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but for me, it's extremely like small streamer energy. And what we've always talked about on this podcast, and something that you've always said, is stream like you're streaming to 5,000 people. Is going on Twitter and complaining that, well, this doesn't mean anything to me. This 350, the 70/30 split. Well, I'm not getting it, so this is an L, Twitch L, right, and like all this stuff. When your only goal should be growing your stream, and then organically you'll hit these numbers.
Right.
And the idea of like, whatever, if your goal is to get to 70/30 split from Twitch, uh like, maybe, yeah, there's the argument, because you see what Kick is doing, that we could be there from the beginning. But just like Kick is incentivizing their people by giving them an hourly wage, but having to hit certain arbitrary numbers, Twitch is doing the same thing, but actually making it a meaningful,
Yeah.
like you're going to make a living when you hit these numbers. And then that's like weight off your shoulders. You're making a living. You're going to be okay. Um, I don't know. I'm sort of okay with it. And I think even at these numbers, like I've talked about, we're still small streamers, you and I, Berks. We have to keep thinking about growing our streams. It's not about the money. And that's like one of the other things that I wanted to sort of talk about, is like not making your stream a wallet, like we were talking about earlier, is not, whenever things aren't going well. This is one thing I've seen over the years, and what I'm so afraid of getting into. And hopefully this is a cautionary tale for a lot of people out there listening, is every time I've seen a streamer fall off, the they didn't f- they started having a downturn, and when they started falling off was when they were pressuring their audience or putting pressure on themselves to financially support them. So like, when I started seeing goals of like, pay my bills. These are my bills for the month. Here's a bar at the top of my stream. Pay them. Like, everyone started recognizing what you're streaming for, right? And
I don't even
what
like
really,
having a sub count.
I do it, but I do it as a meme. So my sub count, every time you sub, the number
I
automatically
think it's
goes up.
smart.
It automatically goes up. So I'm always one away from my sub goal.
Mm.
It never changes. So like, and the only time it's like it dupes anybody is when it's like 599 out of 600, and someone's like, "Oh, dude, I'll get you to that 600 sub goal because it looks real," and then it immediately turns over to 601, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Sorry," like sometimes I have to apologize because like you dupe somebody into giving you money, but it's like just a meme that I used to manually update it, and it was like a big joke back in the day, and I've just kind of kept it there. But yeah, I don't like putting those numbers up either. I just leave them there because transparency is cool as well, I guess. But the uh the other thing about it is like, just talking about it. I've noticed it with other creators in the Star Citizen space too. Is I hear them talk about their numbers, and I hear them talk about their situation, and it's like, why do people come to your stream? Do they come to your stream to hear you talk about your financial situation? Like, maybe to celebrate you doing well, sure, but if you're doing bad, like, remember the guy that yelled at the person in their stream when like their mom died? Remember that guy?
On a Friday?
On a Friday, dude, you're really like, come on, dude, right? Like that guy. When you start talking about your financial situation as a streamer, you're 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 basically sharing that your mom died to people, and it's like nobody comes there and wants to hear these things, right?
Yeah.
And like, you are setting yourself up for failure, and that's the thing that I fear so much, is that feeling like you have to rely of like being a creator, a full-time creator is relying on the money and not like I had a job. I always had the cushion. So it's weird. When I went full-time, I had the ability to just like breathe and just go. And I just streamed and I didn't worry. I never really looked at sub count. When we were talking about the 70-30 thing on the first month, I was like, I'm not even going to try. It'll happen organically. Like I didn't stress about it. And naturally, because of that lack of stress, I've noticed like, dude, our game is not in a good place. Star Citizen is in a arguably very bad, boring place right now. Like it is not a good game to be playing. It is not the greatest game to be streaming. It's incredibly unstable. There's a lot of problems with it right now. I've grown more in the last couple months, both view count and like financial support than ever. And I think it's because you're able to just relax and you just focus on having a good time. And what do people feel like doing when they're having a good time with your stream? They might throw a sub here and there. They might throw some bits at you. They might,
Yeah, it
and
feels
then
good to be
all
a
of a
part of the
sudden,
party,
exactly. And then all of a sudden, you're a full-time creator that is like, whoa, look at that number. That number's higher than, my Twitch paycheck. What the fuck? That's cool. Uh, the moment that I fear the moment that the number goes down to a place that I'm like, damn, I'm feeling the stress. Right? And I share everything with my audience. And I know you're very open with your audience too. It's like you can't share that stuff. You can't because you're going that's your death. So what do you do? Like do you just go get go get another job? Like it's like
Yeah,
those are all the things that are running through my mind.
it's true.
And like but the other thing is like you can't think about these things, right? You gotta think about like hope for the best,
I guess like it would depend on the situation I'm in, right? Because like if it's like I'm just doing the, let's just pretend like I'm doing everything the same way I'm still making like interesting content. I'm still
Sure.
like uploading YouTube videos, whatever, but the number just goes down no matter what I do. Like viewership
Which
and
which
subs.
is a possibility, right?
Right,
Like
totally.
the game you're playing or whatever, just
Well,
people
let's
aren't as
say
interested in
let's
it
say
anymore.
yeah. Let's say it is that, right? Like
Sure.
I think that if it's not the game, it's just me for some reason. Like I'm losing traction. Maybe someone else came to the site and they have what I have, but they're way better.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right?
All
I
real
think-
possibilities too.
I think what my mind goes to is, all right, how do I fix this? Like,
Yep.
how can I make more interesting content? How can I need to do a challenge. I need to do a community event. I need to start scheduling stuff out, make more. It almost like, honestly, when I hate being like the #1 content creator for like NA for Star Citizen. I think like me and you are like very neck and neck. I think you're higher than me right now, but it's like, I love being #2 because it pushes me to be better. Genuinely.
Are we really 1 and 2?
NA, yeah.
For real? Okay, cool.
Yeah, NA, 100%. I would say like there's like a couple of like French and German streamers, but
Yeah, they're huge.
they've brought audiences from like different games and different communities and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of like genuine Star Citizen content creators, not people who stream other games and played Star Citizen, or a variety streamer who played Star Citizen, or they were on the front page or whatever. But
Okay, so there's some like asterisks, like where if we were to go to Twitch tracker or something like that, we might not be 1 or 2, but for the dedicated, like pretty much stream Star Citizen
this is
every
our
day,
game.
we are.
This is our game. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not counting if Summit pops on the game tomorrow and has 20,000 views.
Obviously,
I'm not gonna,
he's number one. Yeah. Gotcha.
But so aside from that, me and you are #1 and 2. But it's
Sick,
like, I
okay.
don't even see you as competition. It's like, I want you to
No,
succeed.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I want you to succeed.
What's driving me nuts is I want to be the opposite of competition. I want to play more with you and
Mm-hmm.
do the opposite of just like, just join
And
forces.
I feel like we should, dude. I feel like we should do more of that, genuinely. And I'll wake up earlier for it.
let's talk about this a little bit, because this is something I really, really, really struggle with. This isn't something that we wrote on a list of topics that we were thinking about doing. I'm really struggling with this lately. How maybe it's because I'm fucking old, okay? But I streamed for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I got nothing. I'm toast. I put everything into those 4 or 5 hours, and after stream, all I want to do is curl up in a ball and relax, like watch Netflix or something. Like my energy is done. So like what I'm really, and I don't know how, because for whatever fucking reason, man, have you been putting out YouTube videos, or like not as much lately?
Not as much lately.
Okay, because I haven't seen anything come up in my recommended, but yours are the worst. Yours don't come up in my recommended as much for some reason compared to other people's, and I don't know why, and it bothers me. But the like after stream, like if I was to set my schedule, it would be stream, eat lunch, work on a YouTube video, right? And I can't get to the work on a YouTube video. I will stream, I will eat lunch. Maybe my choice in lunch isn't the best, and maybe that's why I'm like I get tired and then like want a nap or something after eating. That could be a thing.
No, I feel the
But
same way, dude. It's tough.
I've tried to be healthier. I can't do it. I'm really struggling.
Well-
So like this is one of the reasons why you and I haven't played as much. So to be clear, I stream very early in the morning. Berks streams late morning into the afternoon/evening, right? And I cannot have the energy to go to that time. And if I do, then I'm going into I'm going into my productive time of like doing the behind the scenes stream stuff or YouTube videos or stuff like that. And I'm really struggling with that.
I don't think people realize, like, I literally do so much off stream. It's been a little slow, but I've been doing a lot of IRL stuff lately, and it's been good because, honestly, Star System's been in a really slow spot. But when it's like picked up like it is now, like I literally, this has been my day today. I woke up at 8:30. You know, I made breakfast, got ready for the day.
Ketchup and eggs.
What?
Ketchup and eggs.
Ketchup and eggs. Literally, I go to my computer. I'm working on some YouTube stuff. I start the stream. Boom. Well, I mean, we were supposed to play, Void Crew, right? But
I apologize.
Start the stream.
That was on me.
No, it's okay. So we stream, for the I usually stream 6 hours. I'm trying to keep it to 6 because if I go longer than that, I feel like it's unproductive. I feel like I should be able to squeeze great content into 6 hours. Especially because I'm working on YouTube afterwards. I'm not like one of these bigwig guys who just has an editor, boom, slam and upload, no editing really done. They just reactionary content, chop, and boom, it's on YouTube and that's it. Like I'm trying to put together something like special that people want to watch, that's interesting, right? And so I have an editor now. So I'm still not done with all the work I have to do, right? So today I get done. And then you're like, okay, we're going to do it at this time. So I go make dinner real quick. And, I say what's up to my girlfriend. And then I start the podcast with you. I get done with the podcast. Once I'm done with the podcast, then I have to go get stuff ready for my editor so that he can edit stuff. I got to get him B-roll. I got to get him a VO. I got to get him a script. And I got to upload all that, give it to him. And I have to do that around my brother's schedule because I can't upload if he's streaming because we have such shit upload. I have 35 up. I literally today, Mike, I'm literally so pissed at my internet company. I called them and I'm like, hey, I'm looking into getting a second internet line because basically I use it for work and you guys are not giving me proper 35 up. Did
they tell you to get business?
No.
Okay.
This was one of the most incompetent social customer service people I've ever talked to. I was so frustrated. Literally on the line for like 30 minutes, finally get to talk to a human. And I don't get mad at customer service people, but like this person was extremely incompetent. And they're like saying that I'm gonna have to pay more for this second line. Not because there's like 2 lines coming to the house, but they're saying I'm gonna have to pay more because it's just like that's the plan that they have open right now. And that my old plan was like the old price. So I'm having to pay $60 more a month for the same plan twice in my house. I know it's stupid. I said yes anyways because fuck it. I need it for work, right? But it's like, dude, it's just like it's so complicated. Like, my life would be a lot easier if I had fiber. I guess is what I'm saying. But
is there no small scale? Because like what I don't know if it's changed, but
dude,
there's supposed to be some law where there's like another broadband. There has to be a second broadband. The definition of broadband is not very good, but there's supposed to always be two options minimum.
I don't know.
But
The
the
other
second
option sucks.
what they do is like what they used to do is like Comcast in my area at least. Comcast would own an area and AT&T would stay out of it with their high speed. And AT&T would own an area and Comcast would stay out with their high speed. So they would only offer the minimum broadband to.
So I have 1,000 down. It's my upload that's the problem, right?
Why are you paying for 1,000 down? What is the point?
I don't need it, right? I'm not. So I didn't pay for 1,000 down. But it's nice to have. The download's nice to have. Sometimes, right?
I guess.
Well, it's only $80 a month. That's what I'm paying for my first line. $80 a month, which is not that much in my opinion.
And probably what you're getting scammed on is you still want like a 35 upload, so you're able to upload while you're streaming to Twitch and maybe watch a YouTube video or like whatever. You want to be able to do some other things and give yourself some room just in case. And in order to get a decent upload, you also have to have that like 1,000 down.
Well,
whatever
it's about
is what
the
they do to
same,
you.
but I share internet with other people in the house, and so it's like the 1,000 down on the main line is not that bad. The secondary line that I got is $70. It's 100 down. It's 35 up. That's what I settled on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
that's what I settled
not
on.
bad then.
I have
'Cause
fiber.
usually it'll be like in order to get 35 up, you need to pay for this thing.
Apparently not, but I have fiber one neighborhood away from me.
Yeah.
One neighborhood away. I could literally throw a stone, hit the fiber box. They just haven't installed it. I call AT&T. Hey, AT&T, when are you installing this in my neighborhood? It's in progress. They've been saying it's in progress for the last 3 months. And
yeah, I mean, this stuff takes forever. Like when they came into my community, it was like very small steps. And then one day that fiber line was sticking out of a pipe right next to my house. And I was like, hello, here we go.
I'm going to get it.
I've literally had internet problems like for 30 seconds once. So I hear fiber's really bad when it breaks, like really bad. It's super hard to diagnose, but when it's working, it's great.
I had it for 4 years in my last place. Never had a single issue. Not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, you can upload the main problem is like these VODs that I'm uploading in my editor are like huge because they're like multi-hour long VODs. And so, I'm recording them locally. And so like they take 3-4 hours to upload sometimes, and sometimes more. And so,
oh dude, what have you heard of, let me look at the program.
What is this?
Lossless Cut.
No, what is this?
So Lossless Cut is a program. It's free or maybe cheap. Oh my God, sorry, my voice. It's whatever it costs is worth the money. Lossless Cut is where you could take, let's say you record your entire stream. You could take the bits that are good and you losslessly cut them. So you cut the pieces of your stream into smaller bits of the actual usable stuff that you want without any of the bullshit. So you're going to be uploading maybe 5 to 10 files instead of one, but they are not going to add up to the massive upload that you're making.
Does this pull from like the Twitch VOD?
It can be whatever. So you take whatever file and put it in there. So
you have to link me this.
I'll link it to you. This is a great program for any content creator out there. It's called Lossless Cut. Look it up. It's fucking amazing. So yes, it is a must-have for anybody who wants to record stuff and has lots of downtime that they want to get rid of.
Yeah, it sounds like something I need. I usually just send him like
No.
I usually send him timestamps.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know. Listen, it's basically you're doing some editing, right? But if you're going through and making the timestamps, It's clicking a
because
button now.
he doesn't know Star Citizen, so I can't send him an 8-hour VOD and be like, "Good luck, bro."
We work with and we work with the same editor. He understands enough, so like you don't have to do as much as you think, and the
Oh, well, I've had to correct him on some stuff.
of course,
Yeah.
but
He's a super good guy. I'm just saying he doesn't know the game like we do. Like we have thousands of hours. That's all.
no, 100%. But the breaking it down to the proper clip, and then this is what this is.
Yeah.
Right? Because then all you do is you're naming the clip.
Okay.
Of what
Send it
you
to me.
need it for.
It sounds like I need this.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Must for everybody.
Okay.
Like seriously.
Okay.
Somebody in my stream told me about it, and it's been the best thing ever. So when I've worked with him, I've taken my VODs and just little. I'd take a 10-second clip of a 4-hour VOD
Send it to me.
That's what
I'll use it.
was viable.
I'll use it tonight.
Yeah, man, I will. I'll link it to you after,
Cool.
but I'll get it up now. I don't know. I'm looking at our list of things. We could talk about the cringe, Logan Paul, Dylan Daniels.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago on our podcast.
You're loving this stuff. You're eating it all.
Well,
up, dude.
I just think it's funny, man, because it's like
You're
there's
like
clearly
a Jerry
alternative.
Springer enjoyable.
I'm just like I'm popcorn in hand. Oh, dude, I am a huge like drama enjoyer. I guess it's because I'm not a very drama person myself. So like I just like I'm like shell shocked when these people are like reacting the way they are or whatever. Like, you know what I was watching the other day with my girlfriend is The Bachelor. There's a new season.
Oh my God. So you just love the trash.
Dude,
stuff.
It's so good. All right, listen. This season, it's called The Golden Bachelor. And it's a 70. Well, maybe he's not quite. I think he's 71. He's 71 is The Bachelor. And all the bachelorettes.
How are these girls? How old are these girls?
They're like 60 to like 75.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy. That's cool. That's good content.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who gets to watch what grandma dating life is like?
Well, and also here's the interesting thing is they all look awesome. They all look great.
Of course, yeah.
Like they're all like very attractive, like 60 and 70-year-olds.
All right, folks. Today Berks he's out there letting you guys know that he's looking for a cougar.
Okay.
All right.
But like, that's not the point. I just meant it's not like
no,
people. It's not people like who are like, you know, I don't know. It's like it's not retirement home bachelor, right? It's like honestly, these people look like extremely young. It's maybe some of them have had work done and stuff, but I was just like, holy shit, like that person's 70. That person's, you know what? I hope I look that good when I'm 70. But it's just very interesting because like you know you see like the opening scene, people have to go home day one. He's already choosing people. He gets like 30 seconds with each girl, and then he has to choose like 5 people to go home. It's crazy. And dude, literally episode 1, he's just met these girls. He's making out with like multiple like women, and you're like, what the fuck? It's crazy. And so me and my girl, we have like a fantasy football draft basically of who we think is going to win. They get certain points for like, you know, doing certain things or whatever, getting to a certain spot in the show. And we're like, we're going all in on it. Yeah. I love it. But yeah, the stuff with Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis, I think is the name, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So it's basically coming to, I think, a close soon. And
the fight's soon, no?
The fight's supposed to be soon, and basically, Dylan is now being sued by Logan's girlfriend or fiance because, you know, for defamation, whatever. He's been posting these like explicit photos of her and like saying stuff that she is
2 weeks,
claiming.
by the way, is the fight.
Okay, 2 weeks. So she's claiming that, you know, this stuff is basically, you know, ruining her image and like not some of it's made up and like doctored and blah, 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 whatever. And, you know, Dylan's coming out saying like, I'm done with this stuff. He's posting on Twitter, I'm done. I'm out of here. And then, you know, he's posting other stuff going like, wow, like Logan's brother fucked his girlfriend whenever they were like younger and made a YouTube video about it, but I'm taking it too far. He's like trying to like, say like, I didn't take this too far. And now he's complaining like the drug test is going to be rigged. The judges are rigged.
He bailed on a fight once already, right? So everybody was kind of calling this.
Yeah. He bailed on a fight. And if you ask me, based on just looking at the guy, he's been posting recent pictures. He did a stream with Aiden Ross. Just looking at the guy, he does not look ready for the fight. He does not look like he's been training as hard as Logan.
And Logan looks like a monster.
Logan looks like a fucking monster. I don't know if he's on steroids or not. That's what Dylan's claiming. But Logan looks like a fucking monster. And Dylan looks like he just put back, a couple extra cheeseburgers. And the dude looks good. Don't get me wrong. But he doesn't look like he's about to be MMA weighed in. Right?
Brother, he looks like he put back some peanut butter cheeseburgers.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He looks like he's going to get knocked down in this fight, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I think he knew he was going to lose. And so he was thinking that his way out was getting the fight canceled by pushing it too far. But turns out Logan is revealing that there's a clause that he owes Logan $100,000 if he backs out of the fight. And basically the deal, what Logan, he posted some meme on Twitter that was like, you either A, do the fight and win some money and then lose it all in federal court because we're suing you, or you don't do the fight and you owe me, lose 100K and also declare bankruptcy because we're going to sue you in federal court. And so personally, I don't know if the case will hold up, to be completely honest. I don't know if it'll hold up. It just seems like it's going to come down to like internet meme stuff. The jury might go one way or another. Civil cases are so weird because as far as I know with civil cases, you only need 50% approval. And then,
I love how into this you are.
Well, it's interesting to me.
It's your
interesting.
bachelor.
It's interesting to me because it's just like there's clear like motivations on both sides or whatever. Man, I want to see him fight so bad. And
it's crazy. I remember like YouTube boxing, like the first time I was like, there's no fucking way. And now it is the only thing keeping boxing alive.
I do not like either of these guys, by the way. I'm not a fan of Logan. I'm not a fan of this Dylan guy. He seems like a piece of shit. But man, do I want to see him fight so bad. I hope the fight happens.
I saw Logan also tweeted something about like maybe having a resolution to the CryptoZoo thing, which I know this guy Dylan has given him a hard time about.
Yeah.
Like if I win, I'll give all my money to the CryptoZoo thing. Like, no, you're not. But yeah. So like, I don't know. Logan's an idiot. Not a fan, but hopefully that gets resolved.
He is an idiot. He needs to resolve that for sure with his fan base. But yeah, that's all we got for now on that. It's definitely really interesting. I am very interested to see. I want to see him fight so bad. So bad.
Are you going to get the pay-per-view or are you just going to see what happens?
I'm gonna get the sneaky pay-per-view.
The sneaky pay-per-view. Okay. Gotcha. Dude, it's getting to the point. I forgot where I saw this. I think it might have been a hockey podcast because there's some crazy stuff going on. You don't really follow sports, right? Like too much.
No.
So there's this thing called blackouts in like popular American professional sports. So football, baseball, hockey, basketball. If you are in your local region, and for some sports, it's like if the stadium doesn't sell out, then like you can't watch it on television or something. Like there's some weird thing with that, but in particular, there's this one thing with hockey. Hockey is like fairly small sport, and there's other issues where, like, where's this guy live? He lives in like not Nevada, but some state near Nevada. He's in between Nevada and Colorado in distance. I don't know where. Maybe he lives in like Utah, let's say. And he's this many miles from Denver and he's this many miles from Las Vegas. And there's a hockey team in Denver. There's a hockey team in Las Vegas, right? And they're both considered his area. And he can't watch them unless they're on national television because they're blacked out for him. It's like some weird shit. So it's almost, and like the to bring it back to the actual topic. It was a very long way to get here. I apologize, but it's almost become easier to pirate things than to deal with these stupid network
Of course
bullshit.
it is. Yeah.
Like, I'm a New York Rangers fan. I grew up in New Jersey. My the channel that they play on is Madison Square Garden Network, MSG, and they the entire season last season were were not on Comcast, which is what the cable company that my parents use. So they had some contract negotiation problems. No MSG network on Comcast. My parents can't watch the Rangers for an entire season unless
Wow.
they were on ESPN. Yep.
That's so weird. Like, you would think, like, you would still want people, like, if it's not sold out or whatever, it's not national, you would think that you would still want people to pay for that game to maybe, like, alleviate some of that cost,
Yeah,
right?
but in this case, even with my parents, it had nothing to do with, like, the Rangers sell out every time no matter what.
Oh,
So, like,
okay.
it doesn't,
It's just
not
because
even
they're
like
in a zone.
an,
They're in a weird zone.
it's because Comcast and because like how cable companies work is Comcast will pay the cable company a certain amount of money to be on their platform. And what they'll do is well, people will only watch, we only watch a certain amount of channels, and Comcast will say, we're not paying you as much as we did anymore. And then MSG Network's like, what the fuck? And then they go back and forth forever. And then usually right up, right before the New York Yankees or before the New York Knicks or before the New York Rangers go to play, they'll make a deal. They did not make a deal last year, which is insane. I've never seen that happen before. And I think it's, part of the death of cable television as well. So, like, everybody's got a streaming service now, and yeah. But
Crazy.
dude,
We live in a wild
it's almost
world.
it's just almost become easier to pirate things. Like, dude, pay-per-view for some stupid fight. You kidding me? How much is it? Like $90 probably? Like,
I have
like
no
this
idea.
stuff's so crazy how much they want to charge for stupid shit. So, yeah. I'm not going to watch it. I will see the knockout that will, the fake knockout
Let's
or whatever
go.
bullshit's going to happen on Twitter, and I'm good.
You want to put some money on this? No. I'm just...
No, not on this one. Maybe on the KSI one.
Oh,
Because that one seems
I don't
more,
even know who he's fighting.
I don't know who he is either fighting, but apparently it's might be an actual professional fight or something, they said. So I was like, oh shit, cool.
Interesting.
But yeah, man.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. Are we going to wrap it up?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've said everything I want to say.
A video?
Cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
made it
wanna do
awkward
the
on
outro?
purpose. Yeah, I did it on purpose because it's funny. But
Cool,
yeah,
guys. Well,
thank
thanks
you.
so much for watching. Oh.
Wait, I thought I was doing the outro.
What the? Hey, listen, bro, but you're sitting there, you know.
just asked me.
My hands are tied. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike.
Thank you everybody for watching this week. I appreciate it. We've been, following everything. We appreciate your support. It's been fucking awesome, man. It's been such a fun time. I look forward to this every week. So thank you everybody for watching. Last week, I just want to apologize. I don't know what happened with the audio version. It just didn't end up on whatever platforms no platform. So I uploaded it like 14 times and it eventually worked. So hopefully we don't run into any problems this time, but yep. So we'll have to see. It'll always be after the YouTube upload because of your internet problems. Like if there was a way for you to like upload it to a drive for me, it would be a lot easier. But
just the audio?
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do, it just popped in my head right now. What I'm going to do from this point forward is I'm going to record on my end too, just the audio. And then I'll schedule it so it's up at the same time, Saturday, 10 a.m. CST or 9 a.m. CST. 10. I can't remember if it's 10 a.m.
10.
Yeah, 10 a.m. CST. And then I can have it up because it's going to be the same audio quality and I don't need the video or anything. So
cool.
I'm just going to do it that way because previously I was like downloading the YouTube video, waiting for it. Yeah, can't download a private scheduled YouTube video, and it's a big mess.
Yeah, we'll do.
So, yeah, man.
All right.
But yeah, we appreciate it, and we love all the beautiful comments that you guys have made. So it's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys are
Hell
still
yeah.
enjoying the show as much as we enjoy putting it together every week and just chatting. And that's definitely what this show was, right? We just talked about all sorts of shit. It was fun.
Oh, yeah. No, totally. A lot of stuff I wasn't expecting to talk about. But, yo, thanks, guys, so much for watching. We will catch you next week. This is Desync Podcast, signing off.